Kapow! Wow, Blaze is not happy. Okay, still in Funnish animation. Hello everyone, I'm back! Temporarily. As a apology video, I guess, and let you know I still remember I actually do have this YouTube channel, even though I haven't really done anything for it for a while. Haven't done anything with it for a while, jeez. See, that's why I always need to work with a script and not without one. Yeah, so I haven't really done any dissecting for a while, and it's not gonna happen this month either, because I need to get ready for April Fool's stuff, and the thing I'm working on right now isn't even for April Fool's, so imagine that. So it's still animation time. Although I'm making this one extra crappy, or at least I'm trying to. I'm fighting against my impulse to make it better. I need to make it as terrible looking as possible to get it done faster. Because honestly, I think the past year I spent too much time trying to get better, and I don't think I really have been getting better. I just have been getting slow, so instead I should try to embrace my terribleness. Like early on when I started this project, I had a lot more like deliberately crappy looking sequences. Like I'm trying to get it constantly look like this, like more like my old work. But every now and then it slips back into me that I'm trying to add too many details and I'm kind of screwing up again. So, no. But yeah, this specific joke is a little bit complicated in setup, because there's something happening in the background and the foreground at the same time, so... Anyway, yeah, dissecting. See, the thing is, the past... ever since Sonic Force was about to come, I've been joining more Sonic forums, because I wanted to expand my worldview and see what other people, more classic fans, how they think and how they talk. And I don't think that's done a good thing for my brain. I think it's turned me a very cynical, bitter person. So every single time I start to write a new Sonic Dissected, it's very angry and toxic, and like, it's probably not a good idea. This is not really where I want to go with this, because I don't really have a reason to be angry, because I kind of like Sonic Mania and I like Sonic Forces, so... But yeah, it's a problem with the classic Sonic fans. They can be a little... very mechanical, technical focused. Really obsessed in getting the technical mechanic stuff working very well, but not much interested in the human side of things. And it's kind of affecting my head, I guess. So anyway, yeah, it seems that this week we'll be getting some Sonic news. Whoever has been hinting that the new panel coming, I don't know quite when, in a couple of days, would have some Sonic news. I think I'm gonna put the music a little softer. Wacky random music. Anyway, so we might get some news for us to talk about, but I'm not sure. I remember in 2015 we'd constantly be getting parties where we're getting news about the new Sonic games, but it was constantly nothing. Like just fake hints and stuff, so I'm not sure if we get anything substantial to talk about yet. Although a lot of rumors are saying there's a lot of hints pointing to a new Sonic racer from Sega, from Sumo, jeez. And that's good news, because I love their racing games, whether it's Outrun or the Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing games. I've always enjoyed their work immensely, so at least in terms of gameplay, that means we're in good hands. Although it does mean we're probably getting another very fan service heavy game, and I'm getting a little tired of that. I mean, we have nothing but brainless fan service games in generations, with only Rise of Lyric is the Sonic Boom games is original stuff. Well, and Sonic Lost World, I guess. Everything else has been so reliant on fan service. I'm getting a little annoyed by it. Well, it's kind of weird, because technically I should love that. I love world building. I love the fact they're using the world again, they're using the characters again, but it's in such a brainless, cynical, empty kind of way. Like, it's not like, oh, we're actually returning to those locations and learning new things about them, or oh, those characters are really back, and we really get to see what they do and how they work, and you know, it's not really world building. It's just brainless meta fan service. It's just like, hey, look, it's this character again. Why is he here? Who is he? What is he? Like, don't think about it. It's just an illusion. It's just fake. Something tells me that the Phantom Ruby is gonna make more returns in future Sonic games, just like the Wisps. Even though technically it has been destroyed at Sonic Forces ending, I think. I have no idea what's happening in Sonic Forces ending, so confusing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, just like the Wisp, who technically got a send-off in the End of Color, still kept coming back for gameplay reasons, that the Phantom Ruby is gonna be a mainstay from the series. If only so every single game can just have random characters and locations return without any of their context or meaning behind them. Just, hey look, it's Fang and Bean and Bark yet again! No, Triple Trouble and such is still not canon, and they're just an illusion, don't think about it. Turn your brain off. Just illusion, just whatever. Oh look, it's Green Hill Zone again. It's just an illusion, don't worry about it. Nothing has meaning, nothing has weight, nothing has context. Everything is just an illusion created by the Phantom Ruby. It's the ultimate bad writer's best friend. The ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. You can sidestep everything. No need to worry about what's canon, what's not canon, whether a character are dead, or need motivation, or what their personality is like. You don't have to put any thought into thinking or writing at all. This Phantom Ruby did it. Boom. Done. No more thinking required. How wonderful. Anyway, that's my cynical, bitter mind coming back up. Exactly the reason why I shouldn't be making Sonic Dissected videos for a bit. Otherwise, I'm ranting and complaining all the time. Anyway, so yeah, the point is, Sonic news perhaps. Most likely we're not getting anything substantial. It's too early. On the other hand, well, it is possible they've been working on a racing game for a while. I really hope they... Well, it's very likely it's gonna use a lot of stuff from Sonic Forces. Because, you know, that would make the game cheap if you can make all kinds of racing tracks and have the racers imported straight from Sonic Forces. It's efficient usage of your assets. And for this, in this case, I actually encourage it, mostly because Sonic Forces really wasted all their stuff, because I really love how their city looked like. I really loved how their spaceport looks like, but we barely get a good look at the of that stuff in the game, because the levels are so short and so linear and so limited. So the idea that they're bringing those locations back, but now turning them into full-fledged, full three-dimensional race courses, that sounds good to me. Means all that the work they put into it won't go to complete wastes, and we can still actually get a good look and a good feel of what those locations should be like. And it would be very smart to have the character avatar also be a playable character, so you can actually import your old save to the next racer game. Because hey, so many people put so much effort into making the ultimate, perfect, awesome avatars represent them, and then they barely have any screen time or barely have any levels to play them with. That's a waste. So hey, let's make them racers in the next game. Why not? It's a good idea. I'm all for it. The only problem about this setup is, of course, that means we will be getting a Green Hill Zone and a Chemical Plant Zone track again. Because I'm not fucking tired of those zones yet. Oh well. But I shouldn't be talking so much. Like, I'm already talking like this game has already been announced. You already know stuff about it. Of course, I'm just completely conjecturing. I'm talking completely blind about it. So, point is, Weber promised news about Sonic this week. I think so. Stuff is coming, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be worthy of talking about or making a video about it. So, might be possible I don't do it. Depends on how much we'll have revealed. So chances are this is the only video I'm gonna upload this month here, unless I figure something out for April Fool's Day. But yeah, my priority is finishing animations. I barely had any animations finished, so I have to draw quicker and more crappy. More crappy. This looks way too good. Especially since it's only a quick background thingy, barely anyone gonna notice this. I'm not crappy enough. More crappy. Deliberately. Yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about. I think. I've been trying to play more old Sega arcade games, trying to search for them. Recently played Slash Out. That game is really weird. I thought it was just a straight up 3D beat 'em up with swords, kind of like a samurai game, but it was a lot more random and fantastical than I expected. Like the first stage, the first enemy you see are like sheep heads, like they came straight out of a Night of the Dreams game, and that in an otherwise very realistic beat 'em up looking game. That really caught me off guard. I really wanted to enjoy that game, but it's really frustratingly programmed. Like it has an RPG system where you have to level up by collecting orbs, but every single time the enemy hits you, you lose orbs, have to find them. So half the game you spend not actually fighting your opponent, but constantly desperately trying to get your power-ups back. It's really frustrating. So I can see why that game never got a home release. And it's a shame because everything about the game really makes me want to recommend it, but the gameplay is just really frustrating. And another game I've been playing, which isn't Sega related, but I've been playing a lot of Watch Dogs 2, a computer hacking game. I never played the first one because I don't really care about open world games taking place in normal looking cities. I want nice tropical cities, nice vacation looking cities. I'm tired of all the grey, brown, depressing weather here in my home. I want the feeling of vacation when I play a video game. Nice, fantastical, sunny locations. Not to mention, I kind of like the idea of having a game party take place in solid Silicon Valley because I know nothing about that place. And I kind of like the idea of hacking into Google's headquarters and all that. It's a fun concept. But that game had this really weird thing in it that people from the internet can just randomly drop into your game. Like, I guess that's just due to the theme of the game. The game is all about hackers and taking people's phones over and all that stuff. So thematically it makes sense, I guess. But the problem is, as you can imagine, if some troll from the internet drops in, all kinds of chaos and mayhem starts happening because they immediately start screwing your game up. And if that would happen in a game like Saints Row or Just Cause or Agents of Mayhem or like something that's supposed to be violent and wacky and crazy and explosions, then that would be one thing. Even then I would have hated it, but then at least it would make sense in the gameplay style. But Watch Dogs is a sneaky game. It's a stealth game. You're sneaking around and trying to break in and trying to do clever things with your hacking to distract your opponents and get your stuff done. So you can imagine if right in the middle of a mission all of a sudden someone from the internet randomly drops in and starts chasing you with their car like a slasher killer, that kind of screws your game up. And I have no idea why the game does that. You don't even get the option to turn it off, so this constantly drove me nuts. In the end, every single time I play the game, I just have to turn off my internet just to get rid of that stupid part of the game. It really drove me nuts. Other than that, I kind of like the game. Although, man, it's a pain to get rid of the police. Every single time the police chases me, I just usually commit suicide in a game because it's just starting over always a million times faster than trying to get rid of them. Oh well, so that's a different game I've been playing, I guess. But yeah, I'm not playing as many games as I want to because I need to have animations finished. Because my production has been horribly low lately. I really need to get some stuff done. And it's all because I was too focused on trying to improve myself the past year. And I think that has been mostly a horribly wasted effort. Because I don't think anyone really cared about the past animations I made. And I'm probably trying to improve on the spots nobody cares about, so at least with this game I'm gonna go back into not not caring anymore. Just draw fast like Sonic. Poison myself on coffee and just keep drawing. If it looks terrible, doesn't matter, keep going. It's just on screen for a couple seconds anyway. Use your weakness as your strength. draw it badly, but deliberately wacko and distorted, so it kind of becomes part of the joke. Embrace who you are, don't try to fight it. And that's great for me to have this speech in this sequence, even though this sequence isn't really that distorted. Putting way too much energy in this animation, even though you're barely gonna see it in the finished cartoon because it happens in the background. Yes, Blaze in Sonic Forces, because that was the most requested thing. I had this contest lately where people could send in ideas or stuff they wanted to see in a Sonic Forces cartoon, so I have a lot of those to make. And one of the most recurring concepts was that a lot of people wanted to see Blaze. So that's one of the elements that's going to happen in the first cartoon I make. So hooray for that, I guess. I keep forgetting to draw her tail. I'm terrible at remembering drawing tails. It's kind of weird because how much of my work is drawing anthros who always have crazy tails, but for some reason tails are always like a blind spot for me. Poor Blaze. Oh well. Let's see, that explosion should be in the foreground for Blaze, otherwise it looks dumb. There we go. Let's see, can I be lazy and just recycle an old drawing instead of drawing a brand new one? Yes, I can. I just recycle this one. Oh, I'm showing you my horrible secret. How lazy, you know, what a terrible animator I am. Yes, well. Plot twists. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Oh well, in the end, people just want to be entertained. It's not like I'm fighting for any kind of real career in animation anyway. Just want to make dumb cartoons, that's it. I want to draw Blaze kicking a robot to death. Right, and then I run out of things to say. I don't know. So yeah, as I said, I can't really promise the dissected video is gonna start up soon, or I do more streams because it's not really my thing. I'm just doing this once because I feel guilty of not having done anything for a while. Oops, the other robot dies too quickly. Maybe this animation takes too long. Let's see, what's the timing? Kick. Yeah, that's too slow. Too slow. I want this her standing here. This should be removed. Wow, it took out 3 frames. You're really gonna notice that, but yeah, it kind of does. And the robot's animation has to start later. Dumb little robot's not gonna do anything. You know what the funny thing is? These are the Death Egg robots. That's what they're constantly called in the game, except they never actually show up in a Death Egg. So it's just an entirely meta name. It says, well, it's the robot that you fought in the Death Egg in Sonic 2, which I hate that meta logic. But in my cartoon, they actually do show up in the Death Egg, so I actually got them right better than Sega themselves. Hooray! I didn't even do it on purpose. It just needed Blaze to do something dramatic, so we do that with the big giant robots, especially since I could recycle their character drawings from old animation. This is gonna be a really cheap, lazy animation, to be honest. I'm very lazy, but whatever. I have no shame for this one. I just want to get something finished, goddammit. I've been too slow lately. I barely had anything finished. This is not the time to be ashamed. It's not a time to be prideful. This is a time to get shit finished. Like the horrible, weak, pathetic, lazy asshole that I am. As if I have anything to prove to anyone. Let's see, better remove that part mostly. pow. So, I did still promise I was gonna do a dissected about Archie comics. So I still need to read them. I haven't done a lot of reading of them yet. What's like a good comic you can recommend that's like a really plot-driven one from Ian Yen, or Ian Flynn, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. Because I've read a couple of his comics, but he always comes across to me like he's more interested in just kind of playing with the characters than really plotting. Not that there's anything wrong with that or something, it's just a stylistic choice I'm noticing. Like, I particularly remember one comic I read that's about Blaze coming back to their universe and teaming up with Amy and chasing after the Soul Emerald. It was like a 4-issue special. And it's like literally nothing but them constantly running into other characters and just interacting and just like, oh, here's Fang and Bean and Bark being crazy. You know, here's Team Babylon being crazy. And it didn't really have a plot. Most characters barely had a motivation. It's just having fun with the characters. It kind of reminds me of my own parody writing, to be honest. It's almost like Ian Flynn could be a parody writer, except without it actually being a parody. But in terms of focus, like it's more interested in just playing with the universe more than really creating a story. But yeah, that's the impression I got. Maybe I'm utterly wrong. I got Ian Flynn wrong. It's definitely possible. So again, that's why I'm asking for what is more of a hard plot from him. So I have a better idea what kind of plots he writes. Because that might be a fun dissected to compare Ian Flynn with Ken Penders. Ken Penders is the exact opposite. He loves plotting. He loves... I always get a little bit of a religious feeling with him. In terms of story scope, and he's really big on fate and faith. And characters that just kind of passively are driven to their destiny more so than really characters really having their own faith in their hands. Like, I don't know. Mostly because he doesn't seem to be a big fan of characters like Robotnik or Sally, which are more self-contained, more characters that really plan and have their own agency and such. He doesn't really seem to like characters like that. He prefers all his characters that are more... just have stuff happen to them instead of being the ones who really organize their own lives, if that makes sense. Let's see, I'm not sure if this is going to be on screen, but I'm going to add a little joke that Blaze is being chased by a different robot attacking her. Extremely lazy. Oh wait, the computer. I forgot the computer. Whoops. She's gonna do a thing on the computer. I forget my own stupid ideas. Okay, I'm not sure if I should keep this stream going. I don't really have anything to say. I'm not really a streamer or a talker all that much. Anyway, yeah, so apologies, I haven't really done anything with Dissected. I'm really more focused on getting freaking animations done, and I really need to cleanse my mind of more cynical, bitter thoughts. I need to get the having fun with the franchise and celebrating part of my brain back. Fix that, refresh that more. So I'm hanging out more with Sonic Paradox now. They seem to be reviving again. I actually joined them back in 2013 more, 2014. But then nothing really happened, and I kind of gave up on them because I didn't know they were going anywhere. But they're finally catching steam again, so yeah, I see if I can get to join the fun more this time. So you might see some of my clips of my cartoons show up on one of their newer projects, hopefully. I'm not going to say anything more because I don't know how much I'm allowed to spoil for them. It's always kind of awkward for me to working with other teams Because I'm so used to you. I finish something and immediately upload it. So the whole idea of just sending it to someone else and then waiting for months or years for something to happen to it just drives me crazy. Makes me very uncomfortable. Well, they paid a trip for me to America once, so I want to repay them somehow. So that would be fun. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I hope I have a bunch of stuff finished this month. I really hope this one gets finished in 1 month. Even though I, yet again, putting other cartoons I was already working on in the freezer. Poor Yakuza! I've been working for that cartoon for 2 years now, and I just keep putting it back in the freezer. I keep stop working on it and do other stuff. I just do not enjoy working on it, even though I love the script and I bet I'm gonna love the end result, but it's not fun to animate it. Oh well. Yeah, so enough rambling. I'm wasting your time. So yeah, see you in the future, at least on my animation channel. Bye bye.